Hello everyone, Amy here. Got a new video for you today featuring the Hope and Kindness paper packet, the slim alphabets from the Thin Cuts. I just finally purchased these, and the Hope and Kindness stamp set. I used the beautiful stamp out of there and the Thin Cut. So here I've laid my pictures out how I want them. I've cut them all down. I'm trying to make a diamond pattern. The reason I do that is because it's pleasing to the eye, but also a diamond pattern tends to make it possible for you to do a lot of photos on a layout. And it leaves you quite a bit of room for embellishing around the edges here. So these corners are perfect for embellishing, and then you can have your three like visual triangle too, because there's 1, 2, 3 there. So here it is. I've popped out a few of these photos, or just put a mat behind them by trimming a little bit off the edges and add some mat around the edges so that certain pictures you can kind of show off more than others. I think that picture is going to need a little bit of white around it because, oh, there we are with a little bit of white around it because it was disappearing a bit on that flower background. Another thing this layout shows you well is how you can use flowered paper with boys, busy paper, and cover a lot of it up. I found this sheet of paper after I had started this style of layout with the flags in the background, and I thought, well, this sheet of paper is awesome because it has all strips, and I am using all strips behind my layout to embellish it. So the bottom polka dot strip there that I had added is 2 inches wide. The pinky one is 2.5. I think that might be Desert Rose, I'm not sure. And these other two are just the width they are on that strippy paper. It's striped on one side and has all what looks like strips of different patterns on the other side. So the story here behind the photos, that's my dog on the top there. It's quite a dark photo because he's a black dog and hard to take pictures of. But it's a little better in person than it is on here. The story is that we went to a dog park in a city near me. We had to drive about a half an hour to get there, and my friend's dog was a naughty little stinker. Her name is Charlie. She's a girl, and she's there on the right side on the flowers. And my dog, being the old man that he is, was kind of an angel, except that he got wet and then rolled in the sand like he loves to do. So he needed a little rinse off there. So the boys took him in the water and dunked him, which he didn't love, but then he wanted to roll in the sand again, and we forced him to walk on the paved path after that. So it was a fun day, and we have mostly boys in these pictures. My friend and I are in the pictures, and her daughter is, I think, in one of them. But still, you can see that you can use this flowery kind of paper and it still works. So don't be afraid to try flowers with boys. They're in nature. Boys can have flowered paper around them too. Another thing I wanted to mention about doing a diamond pattern is try to do lay the photos as if you're bricklaying them. So that means put a photo where the crack between two other photos are as much as you can. And a little bit of overlapping adds some interest as well. It took me some work to get this paper under here, and in the end, I think I would have liked a longer flag, and I might still go back and do that. That's the beauty of paper crafting. If it really bugs you, you can always change it yet. But once it's in the album, I might just say, you know what? I like the page. I'm good. Don't you find that you have to just wait a day and get up in the morning and then have a look at your layout again, and then you're like, oh, I really like it. Why was I being so hard on myself? The title for this layout is going to be Beautiful Day. I don't think my friend whose dog was naughty thought it was such a beautiful day, but it really was a gorgeous fall day. One thing that's really handy about this thin alphabet is, or slim alphabet it's called, is that it fits on such a narrow piece of paper. So one of those strips of paper was actually wide enough, on that strippy paper was wide enough for me to put the word day on it. And you can see it there to my left. So this is the way I make Harbor ink, because I haven't bought Harbor ink yet. I go on intense black first, and then I ink up on Peacock second, and it's pretty stinking close to Harbor. I like to tape the thin cut down on the around Beautiful because it is awfully hard to do it the other way around, which would be to cut it out the background first and then try to get the stamp just so on there. So I just tape it down with a little bit of painting tape, and because that's what I have around the house. It does stick a little too good sometimes, so I might have to find something better. I ink around everything. I wasn't absolutely crazy about this color either, so it's in the paper pack and it's in the pictures, so I chose to use it, but I do like to soften the color a little bit with some charcoal ink. I'll usually use a pretty generic charcoal to ink around the edges. It's usually my go-to. If I've got a lot more browns, I might choose an espresso instead of charcoal. I'm just placing my title here, and I've got some flowers I'm bringing in. These flowers were all cut from behind the picture of me and my friend. That matting, I gutted it out and I cut the flowers out. I want to put them in a triangle shape here, and I'm going to add some journaling to the lower right-hand side. I haven't even dipped into the embellishment sticker page yet from this paper pack, so I do like it when flowered paper comes like this because you can cut out the flowers, which is kind of nice. Here I'm adding some pop-ups. I got the title popped up, and I've got the picture of the dog, the very dark picture of the dog popped up. Day just wasn't quite in the right spot, so I end up moving it up. I'm not sure where my close to my heart scissors are. These are my old pink scissors, probably under a stack in my craft room somewhere. It was spick and span the other day, but you know how fast craft rooms seem to get messy. I guess that's a good thing. I also popped up the flowers from the right-hand top corner with some pop tape. And those little tiny white flowers were also from behind the matting behind the photo of me and my friend. Just enough embellishments, I think. I kept this page a little bit quieter because I found that it was quite a busy page, actually. I'm bringing in a few of these little dots. They are retired, but they might still be available, but we've got lots of different colored dots. That close to my heart. And here is my journaling. I do it in pencil first, so I take an eraser to take the pencil all off the background. And here I will give you a close-up of the layout. The title there, which I think turned out so nice, and my puppy. Still, the picture's a bit better in person, but that's okay. You get the idea. So that is the layout. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and hit like so that I get more people following me. Thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.